For the longest time ever, I thought that me as a CEO, I'm the only one that can actually do sales at our agency. And that ended up in us not getting enough sales, like having a pretty bad experience for clients, and not having the overall 6-star experience for our clients who have a Flow Ninja agency.
Stop it. Get some help.
And like that actually happened because I was focused, like 1 week I was focused on sales, the next week I was focused on hiring, the next week I was focused on something else. Because when you're a CEO of an agency, like you're constantly gonna be shifting gears and gonna jumping in as a third wheel to kind of help out in different parts of the agency. Basically, I mean, like kind of clients didn't get responses on time. I kind of forgot about some conversations, and like overall, it wasn't like really a great sales process for anybody who actually worked with our agency. Even though when we came to fulfillment, like we would do kind of an incredible job. So that's where I realized, okay, we need a new sales process. We need somebody to do sales at the agency. And in this video, I'll showcase you our process of how we actually do sales at Flow Ninja. So a little bit more about me. I'm Uros and I'm the founder and CEO of Flow Ninja. And like over the past years, we've sold actually more than 100 websites. We've sold a lot of templates, like probably more than 1,000 or like something more than that. And then also we sold like a lot of enterprise projects to clients like Upwork and checkout.com. And like I would say that during that process, we have made a lot of mistakes. And we've actually learned a lot, so that's why I wanted to share those in this video and showcase kind of how can you maybe improve your agency in general. So the first part on your sales process is actually getting somebody to do sales at the agency. And like on the other side, like many people think you should get somebody experienced. And like since day one, I knew I don't want somebody experienced to work like as a sales representative at our agency. I wanted somebody that is really incredible in English, like just because we're from Serbia, somebody that knows with people, that has training like on how to work with people, that has experience in some other IT roles so that they know what the heck we're doing so that they can understand it. But I didn't want somebody to do hard sales just because I feel like for us, sales is marketing we're doing, branding we're doing, and like the biggest sales machine are the projects we're doing for our clients. And that's why like with all of that combined, I don't want to go ahead and do hard sales, get some clients into the agency that probably shouldn't have been into our agency itself, and like create a bad experience for them and create a bad experience for our team. So that's why we ended up, okay, let's hire somebody inexperienced, let's train them on how I've done sales so that we know that the clients have the same experience that they had like when I had time on the sales process with like our new sales representative. And that was a lot of work, like in terms of like him attending meetings kind of with me, and I'm just running the meetings, he's not doing anything. Then like doing a lot of trainings, like books I've read, stuff like that, talking with everybody in our team, understanding what's our core user selling point, how we're selling to people, why do actually clients come with us. But after the period of like around 6 months, you're gonna get somebody really, really solid. And I know like many times online people are saying you're running an agency, like everything's gonna happen quickly. It's not, if you want to do things in the proper way. And after 6 months, then I was the one that wasn't attending the discovery workshops. I mean, like the discovery meetings and stuff like that. So with around 6 months of us working together, I was able to completely remove myself from the sales process. I still do attend meetings for important clients, so like when I want to, but the whole sales process is not dependent on me. And like that unlocked a new process of growing at Flow Ninja. And like hopefully that's gonna be unlocking a new growth position for you also. So without further ado, let's jump into our like sales process. The first thing is marketing. And like that's I think where our sales starts. I mean, like it's more of branding, but let's say marketing and branding. It's this YouTube channel, it's our Instagram, it's our Twitter, it's our email marketing campaigns, it's everything we're sharing on LinkedIn, like custom campaigns we're doing. It's our clients actually sharing us on their social media when we go live with a project, them recommending us to different clients, etc., etc. So all of that is like in general a sales machine. And over the past years, we actually never had to sell. Like whenever a client came to us, they came with a recommendation. They probably also kind of compared us with few different vendors and stuff like that. Or because of the marketing campaigns we've done, they say, oh, we saw all, like this, and this. We trust you. We feel like you're going to be the right fit. And just because of that, like they were a lot more confident in our process, in our service, and everything we're going to do. And we didn't need to kind of have the hard sales of if they say this, you say that. If they say this, you say that, so that we object, that we hunt them, that we find their personal phone numbers and stuff like that in order to sell the package to them. And like with all of that marketing, like everybody has to come to a single place. And that's why we created a custom onboarding flow on our website to identify how should we do this whole sales process. Because like we're not going to do the same sales process if somebody has a Webflow development, like, and they have a design, or they need to migrate from the current platform like WordPress, Prismic, Headless, or whatever, or like when they need a whole end-to-end experience where they need our agency to help them from beginning to the end. And then additionally, like we're gonna have a completely different approach when somebody is doing an ongoing partnership with us. So just because of that, it's really important to identify what are going to be the questions for me to actually understand a lot more about a client, that when we come to the meeting, I can actually spend 1 hour time to prepare for the meeting and to understand who am I talking to, who's the person that's reaching out to me, and that you can look a lot smarter with 20 minutes of preparation, I would say, and that they see, okay, we're not just another client to them. They actually know some things about us. They've done research and they can ask the right questions to understand if we're the right fit to work together. I mean, like on our side, you can see that those are questions like for what they need help with, like the budget, like what they're working on, how much copy they have, when they want to launch, what are their personal details. And with all of that, then we go ahead and go to the thank you page, where we do a short introduction of the agency. I feel like video is like, specifically in agencies, usually they like to showcase projects, they like to showcase what they're doing currently. But in the end, I am a strong believer that service business is a people business, and that's why I want to have our team and or me or somebody else in the sales process as soon as possible, so that we can guide our clients on what they need to do next, and kind of how to actually reach out to us, what are the next steps, and gonna showcase them how they can actually schedule a call with us after they submitted a project, and what they can expect. Is it going to be our response 24 hours, 48 hours, or something like that? Just try to be as specific as possible. After the onboarding page, you're going to need something to schedule calls with. We use Calendly at the agency, so we can connect mine and Mihail's calendars and see when is he just going to be joining the meetings, when am I just going to join meetings. Because still today, sometimes if it's a recommendation from 3 years ago, I want to go ahead and kind of talk one-on-one with some potential partners I was working before actually introducing Mihailo and letting him take the lead and kind of continue doing the sales process itself. And with the CRM, we try complicating it. We were using Pipedrive and stuff like that, but because our agency is powered by our 6-star platform, so we have our own proprietary project management platform we built for our clients to make sure that their experience is as best as possible. And the platform is powered by MemberStack, Webflow, and Notion. That's why we decided, okay, let's keep things simple. The only thing we're using is our platform and Notion. And that's why we created basically a sales process in Notion, where you can see somebody has filled the form. We have initial contact that we send an email back to them. They send an email back to us, because sometimes, people fill in the forms, you reach out to them and you never get a response. It's going to happen. So no worries there. Then we're going to have if the meeting is arranged, maybe sometimes we can skip this initial contact if they arrange a meeting, so that we know, okay, we have a discovery meeting, and we try to have meetings with almost everybody. If we see straight away, okay, this is not a client for us, we're not gonna have the meeting with them. But in 90% of cases, we like to actually not be one of those cocky agencies which says you're just not the right for us, go away, we don't want to talk with you. If we see that there is a potential fit, we are gonna get on a call, we're gonna see through a discovery, can we actually work together, and can we make something happen? And if that's the case, we're gonna bring the clients to qualified. Or at this stage, if we understand with a initial stage that the client is not good, we're gonna just move them to a different vendor, recommend them a different partner, and just be upfront. Okay, we're not the right fit to work together. Then after that, we have the scope of work. So that's the documenting, basically everything we're going to be doing for the client in a documented way, so everybody knows that we're on the same page. And then the final thing is okay, negotiation started. Sometimes you want to reduce the budget a little bit and reduce the scope of work with that, or you want to do some different things, it's just negotiation on timelines and stuff like that, because we don't give timelines when we send SOVs. We just give a timeline of how much the project is gonna last for. So it's gonna last for 3 months, but we don't say we're gonna start this on Monday. We just wait for them to say, okay, this sounds good. You can go ahead and start planning the timeline, and if the timeline is good, we're gonna start working together, and that's where the negotiation starts, and we figure out what are gonna be the next steps there. Then when we will win a client, hopefully we're gonna win a client, our sales process doesn't actually start stop there. We assign an account person, so our project managers, our /account managers for those accounts. They can change people who are gonna be working on the project in the agency, but they're not gonna be changing clients. They're gonna be trying to create a better relationship with them. So we gonna assign an account person who's gonna be leading the project, making sure that the project is a success. And then additionally, we also do have a customer success representative Currently it's Mihailo. Maybe in the future it's gonna be somebody else from our team, not specifically the business development manager, but that is somebody who actually was at the initial stages, who was talking with a client in the sales process of kind of what's gonna make the process a success. And like every 2 weeks they're gonna be following up with a client, figuring out what's the process. Maybe we missed something in the communication that we can make better in the future, so that the whole project is a much better experience for the client, and that the project ends up being a success with everybody being aligned on what's next. And then after all that, we always do our review at the end of the project. So like when everything is live, we have a Webflow meeting where we identify, okay, well, did we meet all of your expectations? What can we do better? What can we not do better? We document all of that, and we try to kind of reflect that on the team so that everybody knows what they need to do next, what they need to do better, and kind of how they can kind of grow as a person. And then after that, like the final step is like reviewing, should we work together? Just because our overall idea at Flow Ninja is to kind of foster business growth by leveraging Webflow. With many clients, we do end up on some sort of ongoing basis and kind of continue working together. It all depends on the size of the business. I would still say like maybe 60% of businesses don't actually need it, just because Webflow doesn't need maintenance. It's just like if you're working on some ongoing things constantly, it needs somebody to help you out, maybe like if you're a bigger company. But if you're a small business, you don't need it. So then again, we're upfront. You probably don't need this, but if you have more and more campaigns like this, and this, we're going to be there to help you out and to help you fix your website and to constantly test, improve, do conversion rate optimizations, implement analytics, and more things like that. So if you want to hear me talk a lot more about this topic, you can view our Flow Search podcast down below. Listen to me like in 30-40 minutes, kind of going a lot deeper and showcasing examples of maybe some specific clients kind of and how what we've done in the sales process, and maybe some more tips and tricks that we don't have time to squeeze into 10 minutes on YouTube. Or you can view our website flow.ninja to view more guides or to become our client if you have a big project that needs to be done on Webflow.